Coworker patted my butt. Yeah, so it's exactly what the title says. My elderly coworker touched my butto. He's decided he's some sort of father figure to me, and I gave him a hug a few days ago. Apparently, that's consent to touch my ass. Seriously, that's what he kept repeating when my manager spoke to him. She hugged me first, so I thought it was okay, he said, as if a simple hug could ever excuse such a blatant violation of personal boundaries. The issue is they live at the hotel where we work. They're not related to the owner, but they have some sort of connection to them. My owner is Indian and houses lots of Indian workers. Because of this, he was not fired. Rather, I'm being moved over to our sister hotel until February 1st, when they absolutely must be gone. They've already overstayed their welcome by loads. Only the owner wants them there. My boss will quit if they're not gone by February 1st. Honestly, I'm mad he wasn't fired. He deserves it. He can make all the excuses he wants, but people grab each other's butts during sex, and you must absolutely avoid contact with that in the workplace. No matter what? It's common sense. It's basic decency. Yet somehow this grown man doesn't understand that. I spoke with my dad, a former sheriff, and we agreed it was pretty much useless pressing charges as it would go nowhere. My boss said if I do press charges, they will be fired, so I'm kinda considering it anyway. I just feel like it would be a pain in the butt. No pun intended. The thought of dealing with the police, filing reports, and enduring what I'm sure would be endless questions is exhausting. But maybe it's worth it. To make matters worse, his wife is siding with him. She's been nitpicking everything I've done in recent months to complain about since I've reported this. She's acting like I'm the problem, not her husband who clearly doesn't understand workplace boundaries. It's infuriating. It's like being gaslit on top of everything else. I applied for another hotel on my way home. I don't want to stay in a place where I don't feel safe or valued. The idea of starting over somewhere new is daunting, but it's better than staying here. I deserve better. Update. Police and civil rights report completed. I'm so done with men getting away with this bullshit. It's exhausting to have to fight for basic respect. But if I don't, who will? I can't stop replaying the moment in my head. The audacity. The complete lack of shame. He's old enough to know better, but here we are. I've been second-guessing myself, wondering if I somehow invited this, even though I know that's not true. A hug is not an invitation. A hug is not consent. And yet, here I am, questioning my own actions instead of holding him accountable for his. The fact that he wasn't fired immediately feels like a slap in the face. It's like the message is clear. His connection to the owner matters more than my safety and comfort. It's infuriating. How can I continue to work in a place that prioritizes him over me? Moving me to a different hotel feels like a punishment, even though I'm the victim. Why am I the one who has to uproot and adjust while he stays put? His wife's behavior is just the icing on the cake. She's gone out of her way to make my life miserable, picking apart everything I do. It's bad enough dealing with him, but now I have to deal with her too. The sheer nerve of it all is almost comical. Almost. Filing the police report was draining, but necessary. I kept thinking about all the other women who might cross paths with him in the future. If I don't take a stand now, who will? It's not just about me anymore. It's about setting a precedent, about making it clear that this kind of behavior is not okay and will not be tolerated. I've been thinking a lot about what's next. The idea of starting over at a new hotel is both exciting and terrifying. I've worked hard to build my reputation here, and the thought of leaving it all behind is daunting. But at the same time, I know I can't stay. Not with him here. Not with everything that's happened. I've been talking to friends and family about the situation, and their support has been a lifeline. It's easy to feel isolated and alone in situations like this, but knowing that I have people in my corner has made all the difference. They've reminded me of my worth, of the fact that I deserve to work in a place where I feel safe and respected. If you've made it this far, thank you. Thank you for taking the time to read my story, for letting me vent them. Writing this all out has been therapeutic in a way I didn't expect. It doesn't erase what happened, but it helps. It reminds me that I'm not alone, that there are people out there who care and who understand. So, thank you, truly.